What about that Bodo Glimt, by the way?
What about them?
They beat Inter Milan again.
No way.
They did, in Milan.
The Norwegians.
Aye, is that what Scandinavia, definitely.
No, it is still.
I know what they are. They beat Man City. They beat... I think they gave Roma a right doing one year.
And yet Tottenham went there and beat them. How'd you work that out?
No. I don't know what's going on with Tottenham. They look... I mean, they just look all over the place, don't they? Yeah.
It's sad, really, because... Anyway, the latest is... I had a wee chat with someone yesterday. The latest is... Poch, they've not even spoken to Poch.
Is that right?
They've not even spoken to him.
You'd have thought Poch was an automatic one after the World Cup.
Correct. No. Not even spoken to him. So I don't know what they're doing, and I don't think they know what they're doing.
Tell you what, they better kind of find out quick what they're doing.
Well, people keep saying I'm like...
Well, I'm at the stage now. I think I said to you, either last week or the week, probably the week before, I'm saying, oh no, Tottenham, this, that and the next might be in trouble. But I'm not really convinced myself when I'm saying it. And now I'm going like that. You better believe they're in trouble.
I thought West Ham were going to get out of it, right?
They're still picking up
points. Did you see them at the weekend? Where's the oomph? Where's the, come on, we've got to stay in the Premier? Yesterday's breakfast show, Ali and Gabby were joined by football finance expert Kieran Maguire. He spoke about the financial impacts if relegation does happen to the club, including tickets potentially increasing in price.
Spurs will argue that you'll be getting more games. You're getting more bang for your buck in the sense that there will be 23 games in the Championship instead of 19. But I think Spurs fans will be very angry that they're already unhappy with the way that seniors have been treated by the club, in the sense that they're being moved around. You can now only get the discount for being a senior fan if you get to 67 instead of 65. So there's a lot of unhappiness amongst the fan base in terms of the prices. And if we look at the whole of the Premier League, Spurs on average charge the second highest, just behind Arsenal, in terms of what they're asking fans to pay. It works out as an average of £101 per ticket. You can't justify that in the Championship. So you're absolutely right, Gabby, that there will be repercussions.
Do you know, £100 for a game, Ali?
Oh, mate.
I'm listening. I know it's a fantastic stadium. The atmosphere is magnificent.
I get it.
But
what about a guy who want to take his two kids? What about a guy who want to take?
No, it's impossible. Well, it's impossible. £300 netto. He's got to earn 600.
That's before you kick a ball. That's with no travelling. That's not your pie and your ball, your packet of crisps for the kids and whatever. You know what I mean?
Right, let's discuss more with former Spurs manager, West Ham, the legendary Harry Redknapp. Harry, good morning, Harry.
Good morning, Harry. How are you?
Morning. Alan, Harry, good morning.
Harry, we'll touch on Spurs. There's not a lot we can say. It's just going from bad to worse, and you're torn here because West Ham are trying out of it. Tottenham have been dragged into it.
Absolutely. I mean, there's three runners, Alan, aren't there? Really, you look at it looks like three runners, not Forest, obviously. And that's if Burnley go. You know, Burnley are still having a go, but it's going to be tough for them. But you know, Wolves, unfortunately, they're gone. But that other spot is wide open. Certainly, Tottenham, West Ham are very much involved, and Notts Forest look like the one team that that could save them. But
Harry, I was going to say in terms of form and passion and having a go, Forest are way above West Ham and Spurs at the moment.
Yeah, well, West Ham's had a little run now. They showed a bit of form, and so they're having a go. They're certainly having a go, but it's going to be tight. That's for sure. I mean, Palace have picked up a couple of results. Scraped a couple of results. I thought they were in free fall, and when the manager said he was leaving at the end of the year, that seemed to be when they suddenly took an almighty dip, and I thought they could get sucked in. But they've had a couple of results now, so I think they'll be fine. So it does look like three runners, and one of them is certainly going to go.
Harry, I'm with you, mate. I've seen West Ham a couple of times recently. Comfortably beat Sunderland. Only a wonder goal from Šeško at Manchester United. What a goal that was, equaliser. And another point against Bournemouth. I don't think necessarily that's a bad result. They look as though they've got a wee bit about them. I totally agree with Big Al when he's saying about Forest. Saw them in midweek in Turkey. Excellent. I thought they were lucky not to get anything. But I'm looking at Tottenham, Harry. And out of the three of them, that's the kind of you look at the body language of the team. That's the one that I think's really struggling.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's and you wonder really, Ali. They've made the decision, and the guy they brought in, really, that was a real. It wasn't a decision that anybody saw coming, was it? Really? I mean, he'd have been 1,000,000 to 1 to been the interim manager. No one ever thought of him getting the job. So he's come in. He's got a hard job to turn it round for sure. And when you're in that kind of form, it's not easy to suddenly switch it on. So they are banging trouble. There's no doubt about that. They really are. And they've got some tough games. I mean, I think they go to Fulham this week. It's never easy going to Fulham. Fulham had a good result last week away from home. They'll have a go. So they've got to really. It's going to be difficult for them. They could go for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know much about Igor Tudor. I really don't, Harry. But I'm told categorically that Poch, who we thought may be coming back after the World Cup, no phone call, no nothing, no contact.
No, I don't think he's as big a certainty as what everybody seems to think he is, So that could be. They may have enough, there could be people. There's going to be people around like the guy at Palace. I mean, if you were looking for a manager, I don't want to lose him at Bournemouth because he's done incredible. The fellow at Bournemouth has been fantastic. What he's achieved here, and sold 5 top players. There's got to be clubs clamouring for him. Although, as I say, the last thing Bournemouth want to do is to lose him. But he would be certainly a manager that would be high on your list if you were looking for somebody. So, yeah, maybe Poch is not such a certainty as everybody
No,
thought.
I think you're right now. What about West Ham? Just let me give you the next 5, Harry. Liverpool away, Fulham away. So they're both difficult. City at home, Villa away, and then Wolves at home. Now, they are, you could argue and say they're 4 really hard games. The 5th one, Wolves will be down.
Yeah.
It could be Tools down, so that might save them. But it could be over by then.
Absolutely, that is a difficult run, isn't it? I mean, it's going to go to the wire probably. It'll be one of them. It could be one of them last day jobs that we've seen over the years where the results are changing, the position in the league up, and with 15 minutes to go, somebody's relegated and suddenly a goal, and then they're safe. I think we could end up in that position and come the last day of the season, which would be dramatic, and it'd be great fun for those not involved. But if you're in it, it wouldn't be great.